Hey, Pastor Smith, this is Scott Crawford, and I talked to you briefly the other day about creating a health and wellness initiative. And as you know, that I've been coming by the church now for probably about 2 to 3 years, not only attending the church, but also doing some work inside the church. And as you know, my background is in personal training with health and wellness. And we talked briefly about this, and I wanted to give you a little bit more of an idea why. The presentation here is going to help you out with that, hopefully. About 75% of your staff members spend more than 4 hours sitting in their chairs at the desk performing their work. Now, as you may or may not know, sitting in your chair for a long period of time can create a lot of health issues, specifically back, neck, shoulders issues, posture issues. These things can definitely lead to time lost at work and increased healthcare premiums just because people are all bound up on their back. What we want to do with these folks is create a healthier environment for them, right? So this is how you're going to fix that. It's a two-prong approach. Very simple, very straightforward. You're going to talk about nutrition and you're going to talk about exercise. So the nutrition side of it, you're going to encourage healthy food choices in the break room. I've been to your break room, I don't know how many times. Great break room, nice space. Unfortunately, there's donuts, cake, pies, coffee, and all kinds of very, very unhealthy things there. If you've noticed, some of the folks that are working here they're not obese, they're not fat, they're just sedentary. They're people that have to sit for their work. If you give them healthier food choices in the break room, they're going to take those options. Typically, when you walk in the break room, there's something there, you're going to eat it. If there is some quinoa or salad or fruits and vegetables there rather than donuts, they're going to eat what's in front of them. So that would be best. Have healthy food choices in the break room. Get rid of that snack machine and get rid of that soda machine. Encourage employees when they bring food to put in the break room that it's healthy food. It's not pies, cakes, and things like that. It's very healthy food choices. And I'll tell you how we can get to that. There's some great nutritional posters and information that you can post all over the church in strategic areas. It's best for people to know why they're doing these things instead of just telling them to do them. So part of the theory is to give them educational materials so they know what they're doing and they can see and read the benefits. The other option is during lunch, have healthy food trucks show up. Instead of people getting up, getting in the car and driving to McDonald's, which is 30 seconds down the street, have them walk right outside of the office here and give them a healthy food truck. That will give them great options for healthier eating. Now, exercise. Very, very simple. We'll bring personal trainers in maybe once or twice a month and give seminars on how to do low impact exercise in a small amount of time in a small space. So the idea is to give your folks 15 minutes of time, maybe about every 2 hours, to get up and do something. If they don't have to go to the gym, we don't have to lift weights, but there's plenty of mobility, body weight exercises that you can do right sitting in your chair. We give those seminars so that your folks have the tools to utilize those things. You're going to incentivize them also at lunchtime. So you have a 30-hour lunchtime. Incentivize them to give them additional 30 minutes in order to do some sort of exercise after they eat. Walking, low impact again. We don't want them a great big sweaty mess when they get back to their desk after lunch. We want them to have some sort of activity for 30 minutes. If you don't want to do the activity, then what you'll do is not get the extra 30 minutes. It's actually a chance to network. It's a chance to talk. It's just another opportunity. Walk around the building. Walk up and down some steps. Plenty of opportunities for doing some exercise while you're at work. So the theory behind this is what I was getting at. Is called the social cognitive theory. Basically, if you change the environment around the individual, give them observational learning cues such as the posters, along with opportunities, it will actually change their personal behavior. Changing their personal behavior will create habits. And habits are something you don't have to keep making people do once it's a habit. Once it's a habit, it's there. They're going to bring their own food. They're going to want to do these movements. They're going to want to walk after lunch. Once you create that habit, then they're going to carry that forward to home. So once we start them in the workplace and get them eating healthy, doing healthy activities, when they go home, they're going to do the same thing. And that just builds things so that you don't have to worry about it. Application is pretty simple. Like I said, we change the employee's environment, promote healthy living, then reward and incentivize your employees for doing those things. People don't just want to do it because they're going to live longer. It's the best reason to do it, but unfortunately people won't do that. you want to incentivize them. So give them a gift card, give them a fruit basket, give them a half a day off if they're actually making progress. Have visual cues up, have posters up saying John Smith went ahead and walked 12 miles the last 2 weeks, just walking after lunch. He met that goal, and today he's going to get a half a day off on a Friday, so he has a little bit longer weekend. So incentivize them, recognize them, send something out in an email, or have a health and wellness newsletter that is an intranet sort of thing. Fantastic way to make sure that people keep doing the things that we want them to do. This is going to reduce lost time at work. This is going to be able to reduce healthcare items as well. People will not feel better. People will be healthier. People will come to work feeling more vibrant. You'll get more productivity out of them. So these are all great reasons why we do that. So Pastor Smith, I hope you enjoyed the presentation. You have all my information. We can delve into this a lot deeper. This was just going to give you a little tip of the iceberg thing. Please let me know if you want any more information. I'll be looking forward to hearing from you.